Good morning everyone. So I'm going to explain the chapter number 1, nutrition in plants. Before going to the main topic content or the roots of the main content, we can say that let us introduce the chapter what is nutrition and how this nutrition take place. So we can say that all of us know that food is necessary for our survival, just like petrol and diesel is the fuel for car. Same as food is a fuel for the human beings. So we need food for our daily metabolism activities, right? So as I show in picture, you can see that human body or a human food is the major source of plant and animal. We get rice, wheat, pulses, fruits, vegetables from plants, and we get meat, chicken, eggs for animal source. So, as we know that human beings are dependent upon both plants and animals, same as animals are dependent upon both plants and animals. So, these feeding habits depend or describe the animals or their nutrition. So, according to their feeding habit, we divide into 3 categories. So, the organism which depend upon plant and the organism which take plant as a food is known as herbivore. So, what are herbivores? Can anyone explain? Yes. So, the herbivores are those organisms which depend upon plants like sheep, cow, deer, buffalo, right? So after that, when an organism depend upon flesh of other organism or depend upon the other organism, what we call? Yes, we call that is carnivore. So what are the carnivores? Carnivores are the organism which depend upon the flesh of other organism and on the other animal. So examples are lion, tiger. After that, the organism which depend upon both plants and animals, what they called? Yes, they called omnivores. Yes, the organism which feed on both plants as well as animal. So any examples of these are omnivores? Yes, human beings, squirrel. There are some examples. They feed on both plants and as well as animal. So let's go to the next slide. As we know that sources of food for humans, plants and animals, and for animals, plants and animals. So after that, we can say that we each require food for our survival. Have you ever think that why do plants require any food? How they get their food and how they prepare their own food? Does they depend upon any other source? Have you ever thought? Yes. Let us talk about these questions and find out the answer one by one. So the first question, as I show in this picture, that do plants also depend upon any other source for their food? Answer is no. Yes. Why no? Plants are the only organism which make their own food. That means they are producers. So what are the producers? Yes, the organism which prepare their own food for their survival, they are called autotrophs. So after that, we can say that this nutrition is depend upon 2 types, 2 modes. First is, let us talk about what is nutrition. Can anyone explain what is nutrition? Yes. So nutrition is the mode of taking food. It is the mode of taking food. That means how you take your food. This is called nutrition and by an organism and its utilization. That means the mode of taking food, how you take the food and its utilization by an organism is called nutrition. Yes. According to this nutrition, we can divide two types of nutrition, that is autotroph and second is heterotroph. Right? Let's go to the next slide. Yes. So, according to the nutrition, we divide into autotrophic nutrition and the heterotrophic nutrition. So, auto means self and trophic means nutrition. That means self-nutrition. The organism which require or which prepare their own food for their survival, they are called autotrophs. Examples, plants. And as the name suggests, hetero means other and troph means nourishment. That means these are the organisms which depend upon other for their food. For example, humans and animals. So, after that, as I show in this slide, these are the autotrophic mode of nutrition. That means plants make their own food and after that heterotroph. Right? Now, let us find out how do plants prepare their own food. Do they require any other source? Do they require any other source? Let us find out. So, as I shown in this diagram, see, plants make their own food by the process called photosynthesis. Yes, photosynthesis. Can anyone explain that what is photosynthesis? Yes. So, photosynthesis is a process in which plants make their own food by the presence of or with the help of sunlight. Photo means light and synthesis means making. Photo means light and synthesis means making. So we can say that in the presence of sunlight, plants make their own food. Right? Just like out the second question, that in which part of the plant food is made. So, in which part of the plant food is made? As I shown, as I draw the rough diagram of a leaf. So, we can say that plants require a special, we can say that as we know that we make food in our kitchen. So, what is the kitchen for plant? Yes, the answer is leaves. Leaves are the kitchen for plants for making their own food. Yes, these leaves contain chlorophyll-like pigment. These leaves contain chlorophyll-like pigment that trap solar energy to make their own food. Yes, so the pigment is chlorophyll. So we can say that leaves are the kitchen factories for the plant for their food. Yes. Now come to the next slide. As I shown in this, from where they get the raw material. From where these plants get the raw material. So the answer is, first, plants require carbon dioxide from air, second, water from soil, and third is minerals from soil. So these are the raw materials for making the